Remy, take one.
Hi, I'm Remy. I'm originally from the UK. I'm half Portuguese and half Pakistani. And yeah, that was always quite a difficult thing for me growing up in the UK. I always felt like I was two halves of something, but never really like fully one thing. And over time, I kind of just have learned to lean into that identity. Just being able to shift between places, spaces, it's kind of become a bit of my superpower. Not one fixed thing, just able to take on different perspectives, different identities, not one fixed idea of who I am as a person. And yeah, the reason why I say that's my superpower is because it's a way that helps me to meet the world as I find it, which is always changing, always impermanent.
Remy, when did you end up in Cape Town? Or how did your journey bring you here?
Yeah, it was a bit of a long journey, actually. So first moved to South Africa in 2013. Didn't do Cape Town, garden route, none of that. Straight to rural Eastern Cape. Tiny little town called Bizana. Got a job in a hospital there and worked there for a year. Just spent work weeks, like doing some of the most hectic stuff, seeing like a side of this country that I think even a lot of people who are from here haven't seen, but also seeing the beauty of this country as well. It's like rolling green hills, deserted beaches, waterfalls that empty right into the sea. Then I moved to rural KZN. I lived there for a few years as well. I was living on top of a mountain, working in a tiny little hospital there. Kind of wake up in the morning and I'd like make myself breakfast, have a coffee, do a bit of like bird watching before my shift started. I fell in love with a girl from Cape Town. So I started doing the long distance thing back and forth. And then eventually I was like, life's too short. Let's come to Cape Town. So ended up here in 2019 and haven't left. It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
So initially coming out here for work, and then you were telling us earlier that you then stepped away from that work.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a long story, but essentially, and I have a lot of respect for people who do medicine still and the people who are still in that business. But for me, I am somebody who really needs presence and connection. I feed off that. I'm one of those people that is energized by spending real quality time with people. And I found that the work that I was doing as a doctor meant that I needed to do 5 minutes in and out. And I wasn't recognizing the person that I had to become to kind of fit in that system. And it was taking away a lot from me to exist in there. I was feeling my mental and physical health deteriorate. And then I found breathwork, which is all about presence and connection. It's presence and connection with yourself, but it's not this inward-looking thing. I like to see it as a way to foster a connection with yourself, but then the people immediately around you, and then family, then community, then society, then the world. It subverts a lot of the values that I think have kind of gone wrong in modern life, breathwork, because we're taught to value things that are scarce. Breath is abundant. It's free. You can't sell it to somebody. You don't have to buy a subscription. You can just teach somebody a couple of techniques and that's theirs for the rest of their life. And I think that's a way of subverting kind of where we've maybe gone wrong as a society.
And I think for breathwork, something that we take for granted and a lot of people do unconsciously.
Yeah, it's this automatic thing, which is beautiful because we can just get around with our day, right? I can work, I can talk. I'm not thinking about how I'm breathing as I'm speaking to you. It's being done for me. I can eat, I can run, I can sleep. It's all happening. So it's this automatic process, but it's also so unique that we can also take control of it. And by taking control of it, we are able to change our physical, emotional, spiritual presence, health. Yeah, it's a miracle. We're all carrying it around with us.
And taking it for granted.
Yeah, and that.
You know, so within your life's journey, which is seems it's been super interesting, what's the biggest lesson you've learned about yourself so far?
So many to choose from. And I think I'll just say with the one that I am always grappling with, which is like how to define self-worth outside of what you're achieving, what you're doing, how much you're earning, what do you own? And I think that's deep, deep conditioning. And I know it intellectually to be true, but it's living that and actually remembering that lesson every time, you know, a tricky situation comes around or work goes thin or, you know, somebody who seems to be doing better, and there's forms of comparison. And I guess that's a life's work. So yeah, it's awareness of that and then working.
What do you hope to achieve in the future? Like, I've spoken to quite a few people today about success and their definition of success. So how would you define this success, and how has that changed for you, that definition?
Yeah.
Over the years?
It's funny because I was actually saying to friends at the beginning of the year that like, this is the year I want to be the least successful ever. Because I think success, we term it in, there's like very specific goals. It's like achieve this hustle culture, like get this, earn this, make this, create this. And yeah, for me, success is just if I can leave my little corner of the world a little bit kinder and fairer and more equitable than how I found it, I would define that as success.
Amazing. And then lastly, if you could close your eyes and snap your fingers and you could be transported to any time or place in the world now, where would you go?
Any time or place.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day. When I was a kid, my parents took me to Universal Studios and there was the Jurassic Park ride. And I was actually watching a video of somebody had like this whole shaky camcorder footage of it. And it was honestly like one of the most happy times of my life. I was like 7 years old, obsessed with dinosaurs, obsessed with Jurassic Park. Like they're like first time in America, like seeing all these amazing rides and things. So it would be really fun just to like snap my fingers, just like have a day in that park, be a kid with my parents again. Like that would be awesome.
What would you tell 7-year-old Remy if you sat next to him on that ride and you could say 5 words to him?
Buy Bitcoin. No, it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay.